Hi everybody, Molly, Purple Door Psychic, coming to you to talk about Imbolic today for our Wicca Wednesday. Now, some of you may not know Imbolic is one of the Sabbaths that we celebrate on the Wheel of the Year. It is the second one following Yule, which was December 21st. And Imbolic usually falls on February 1st to 2nd. It's kind of like a evening kind of Sabbath where we celebrate the evening of February 1st going into February 2nd. It is also known as St. Bridget's Day or Candlemas, and it is all about bringing light back. It's all about candles. Candlemas. A lot with candles, a lot with candle making, a lot, and like I said, a lot with bringing the light back and making, and it's like the halfway point in between winter and spring. And some of you may see the correlation between Imbolic and Groundhog's Day, which, as we know, if Phil sees his shadow, there we go. But it is also a great, great holiday to really connect with friends and family and just share with them in this transitional time. As I mentioned, Imbolic or St. Bridget's Day, or as they like to say in Ireland, La Fiat Brit. So it is, I probably messed up that pronunciation, just so you know. So one of the things that we do in our family for Imbolic is we create these lovely little things. This is a St. Bridget's cross. Normally we keep these above our door. That way we can have them for protection in our house, along with all the evil eyes that we have. But you can create these crosses. You can also celebrate this period with your friends and family by feasting. And I'm sure you're starting to notice a trend with a lot of the Sabbaths is food. I mean, who doesn't love food? But a lot of feasting, a lot of more like along the lines of the meats, the heavier kind of foods that we usually do during the colder winter months, to kind of pack on the pounds a little bit more. So a lot of meats, a lot of starches, a lot of breads and grains, and a lot of candles. I mean, a lot of candles. It is also the time of year when I like to go to the shops and buy my candles for my rituals throughout the year and also make some candles. So those are just a few things that you can do with Imbolic. You can also celebrate it by singing songs, by telling stories by candlelight, by having romantic dinners. My husband and I, we actually met on Imbolic, so it is a bit of our anniversary, if you will. And so we like to celebrate February 1st because, as mentioned, that's when we met, and it's a special time to us. Yeah, but a lot of different things that can be done. Once again, going to go back to the candles because it is really, really big and important with the candles. You can also play music, traditional Celtic music, because this is one of those pagan holidays that is firmly rooted in Celtic traditions and beliefs. Bridget or Bride is one of the goddesses of Ireland who's known for creativity and inspiration. So she's kind of like a muse. And so it's a good time to be as creative as you possibly can. Like I said, we make the crosses to have above our doors for protection. We also do a lot with the candle making because you have to be creative for some of those candles, just so you know, you can't just like, oh, hey, I'm going to melt some wax and just keep on dipping, dipping, dipping. A lot of it goes into the candle making with the essential oils, with the colors, with all those different kinds of things to put together. You can also write songs about being a Wiccan or a pagan, or just songs about your experiences. You can draw, you can do so many different things for Imbolic. It's really up to your sky's the limit. But as I mentioned, yeah, the history of it is just, it's based in Celtic lore, Celtic history, going back, and I'm going to cheat just a little bit, and I'm going to read some stuff to you. That way, you kind of know. So it is, some say it's a lesser known holiday. I don't necessarily feel it that it's a lesser known holiday because to me, as I mentioned, it's really important, but it is when daylight is increasing, the light is coming back. But like I said, going back to candles, and it's also kind of a time for planning what you wanted to plant in the future for your fields. And it's also, a quiet holiday and to reflect and think about where you want to go in the coming months. So it also kind of takes into consideration the uh, modern day traditions of the New Year's resolution. So not necessarily a resolution, but just something that you kind of want to do coming into the new year. And as I mentioned, it celebrates Bridget, who is the goddess of inspiration, creativity, and healing, smith craft, and poetry. So there you go. You can have so many different things that you could possibly do with Embolic. And it was celebration. It was celebrated as a time to reaffirm life and start thinking about the coming harvest season and yourself. Now, it does have a Christian aspect to it, as I mentioned, Candlemas, which is still celebrated today on February 2nd. But it's a great, great holiday to spend with your friends, with your family members, to think about where you want to go in life and to be as creative as you possibly can. So that is Embolic. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Embolic coming up. This is actually January 31st, so Embolic is tomorrow. So let's just take heed, just be with your loved ones, just make plans for the future. They don't necessarily have to be concrete. And hey, if your plans change, your plans change. It's okay. We're allowed to have our plans change. We're all human, we're all adults. And just take the time to be as retrospective and creative as you possibly can. You know, write some poetry, write a song, write a story, make some candles, the St. Bridget's Cross, other different arts and crafts things that you can kind of do, and enjoy a lot of good food with your friends and family members and good music, and have a very, very blessed Embolic. So I will see you next week, and blessed be.